Great day to you, everyone. Today, I will be discussing how gas exchange is accomplished. First, let us define gas exchange. It is the biological process through which gases are transferred across cell membranes to either enter or leave the blood. Oxygen is constantly needed by cells for aerobic cellular respiration, and the same process continually produces carbon dioxide as a waste product. Gas exchange in the lungs. Alveoli are the basic functional units of the lungs where gas exchange takes place between the air and the blood. Alveoli, which is plural, whereas alveolus is its singular terminology, are tiny air sacs that consist of connective and epithelial tissues. The connective tissue includes elastic fibers that allow alveoli to stretch and expand as they fill with air during inhalation. Now, during exhalation, the fibers allow the alveoli to spring back and expel air. Special cells in the walls of the alveoli secrete a film of fatty substances called surfactants, which prevent the alveolar walls from collapsing and sticking together when air is expelled. Other cells in the alveoli include macrophages, which are mobile scavengers that engulf and destroy foreign particles that manage to reach the lungs in inhaled air. Now, the pulmonary artery carries the oxygenated blood from heart to the lungs. Then, blood travels through the pulmonary capillary beds where it picks up oxygen and releases carbon dioxide. Oxygenated blood then leaves the lungs and travels back to the heart through pulmonary veins. Now there are four pulmonary veins, two for each lung, and all carry oxygenated blood to the heart. From the heart, oxygenated blood is then pumped to cells throughout the body. Now gas exchange occurs by diffusion across cell membranes, which is a passive process that requires no energy. To diffuse across cell membranes, gases must first be dissolved in a liquid. Oxygen and carbon dioxide, once dissolved in the blood, is transported around the body. Both of these gases bind to protein hemoglobin in red blood cells, although oxygen does so more effectively than carbon dioxide. Some carbon dioxide also dissolves in the blood plasma. Now, gas exchange by diffusion depends on having a large surface area through which gases can pass. Gas exchange by diffusion also depends on maintaining a steep concentration gradient for oxygen and carbon dioxide. Continuous blood flow in the capillaries and constant breathing maintain this gradient. During inhalation, a greater concentration of oxygen in air in the alveoli is present than in the blood in the pulmonary capillaries. As a result, oxygen diffuses from the air inside the alveoli into the blood in the capillaries. Carbon dioxide, in contrast, is more concentrated in the blood in the pulmonary capillaries than in the air inside the alveoli. As a result, carbon dioxide diffuses in the opposite direction. Now, the cells of the body have a much lower concentration of oxygen than oxygenated blood that reaches them in peripheral capillaries, which supply tissues throughout the body. Now, as a result, oxygen diffuses from the peripheral capillaries into body cells. On the other hand, the opposite is true of carbon dioxide. It has a much higher concentration in body cells than it does in the blood of peripheral capillaries. Thus, carbon dioxide diffuses from body cells into peripheral capillaries. So that is all on how gas exchange is accomplished. Thank you for listening.